Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. Today I'm going to be working on a few cards with that background that I have made on the previous video. That I created my own blue skies. So I am going to be using this embossing folder from Momenta. I bought it on sale, Hobby Lobby. And the stamp set from Temu. It's an owl set. I tried to look it up the other day, and I couldn't find it. But that doesn't mean that you cannot create your own card with, if you don't have an owl, you can put a bird. This is what I came up with. Now, I want to show you something because it's kind of funny how my brain works. I wanted just to show you how to create this branch where you can put the bird on, and all of a sudden this other idea came in my mind, and I will be talking to you a little bit about it. But let me just show you what we're going to be doing today. So this card I had created, like I showed you on the previous video, this blue sky background. Beautiful cloudy day, bright skies, I guess, because the bird looks like he's enjoying himself. Now this right here was like, I guess, the tip of the iceberg, because I just went off and started creating different cards with it. I'm just going to show you my main elements that I use, and I just want to give you inspiration so you can go from there. Now, I am going to create different cards with different designs on them, but using my blue sky background. Now, the first card that I want to show you was, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to put it together. This whole idea of keeping everything together was Beth from Happy Place Crafting. She's wonderful. Hi, Beth. I know you watch my videos because I watch all of yours. I stamped them all. I stamped all my owls. I did like 5 to 6 of them. And I just started playing with the stuff that I have in my basket. And I'll be honest, some of the stuff that I used on the watercolor paper I didn't like. But in a next video, I'll be showing you what I did with all of these owls. I'm going to show you with this owl, because I'm going to make a few cards with this owl as well. But let's go and design the card. Now, scrap piece of paper, and I like to play with the colors. I like to combine or to get all the colors that will match good together. This is going to be a very simple card. I folded my base, and this scrap piece of paper, I'm just going to wrap it around it towards the back. I'm placing my design blue skies in the front, and then I'll mount my bird to this card. Now, the branch, I used that embossing folder to create this. I cut where that line was at. I had a straight piece of cardstock with the embossing design on it. I took my scissors and I kind of shaped it as a branch. See, it's not straight lines anymore. And then I inked around the edges. Take a piece of foam. I'm going to place it behind my owl so I can raise him, so I can give him a little bit of dimension. I inked my sentiment, which stays on ink, and I inked the edges with Distress ink, Vintage Photo. And I'm going to glue that there at the bottom. So let's put the card together. So let's go ahead and glue this down. Just remember that a little bit of glue goes a long way. Just wrap it around. I hope you're all doing well. I have been struggling with my health for a week now. But one thing that I have come to realize is that crafting is really good for my health and for my mental health as well, because it keeps my mind out of my health. Yes, indeed. So I'm gluing it down, but I want those designs. I got this round with the scallops on the edges, die cut from Temu. This one works. This design works. There's another design that I bought from Temu that the die cut didn't work at all. Very intricate. So you have to be careful what you buy. All right, that looks very good like that. I'm gonna mount my owl. So I want a little bit of dimension. A lot of people have pop dots. I do have pop dots. I'm not gonna lie, I have pop dots. But if you don't have pop dots, you can use foam. And it gives it a little bit of dimension, as you can see right there. I don't know if you can be able to see it. Gets a little bit of dimension. I want my owl on the branch, so I'm cutting a piece off of it. Glue it down. So now he's sitting on the branch, and I'm just going to place my sentiment I'm not sure if I should just go ahead and put it right under him right there or towards the corner. With all my heart, I just don't like that empty void, so I'm just gonna put it right there in the center. right there. Now I have these sequins from Studio Katia that they match my owls, the color that I color them. And so I have what it's called this jewel picker from Marvy. I got this through Amazon, and I'm just gonna put maybe two, 3 dots, just a little bit. Don't want a lot. Maybe that's 1, 2, 1 over here. There you go. And I'm gonna pick the colors. Let's see. Pick this one. Color of his eyes. This other one's the same color of the eyes. And one more. I'm trying to get it that is facing me. There you go. And this card is finito. All right, now let's see this one other card. Let's do this other one. So right now I have 2 cards with my owls. This other card is gonna be another owl, same design, little bit of different color, but that little inspiration that I tell you about, it comes when you least expect it. And I was thinking that some people have the die cut dies from Sizzix, the old ones, the red ones, and I have one. I still have them. The majority of them I kind of donated years ago, the rest of them, but this one, the tree from Sizzix, the red dye. And I went and I did this before I even started recording because inspiration came. And I went and put my die cut in the embossing folder, and it came out with these designs. Otherwise, it would have been just like this. It's kind of cute because it has the texture of the cardstock, but it would have been boring. So there you go. Now it looks like tree branches, real tree branches. And then I picked the colors based on my owl, and for the sake of the video, I did something in advance, but I didn't do something here, which is use my little wink of Stella for his wings, because all my owls have shiny. There you go. And that is very quick and easy to do. And now he has a little bit of shimmer. Now, as you can see, there's white around it. I want the heart to stand out, so I use my Jelly Roll number 10, and I ink it a little bit just to make the heart stand out. And I do the same thing for his tail feathers. All right, now that one is done. This one I already did it in advance, and I already inked the edges with white. So we're gonna glue this together. There you go. This is the one that I colored. Watercolor. I'm placing him right smack dab at the center, but then I want the branch to stick out that much. So I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to do a little crease here so that way I know where I'm going to cut them. Same thing on the edges on this side. There you go. So it gives me a little guide of where I'm going to do it. So cutting these edges and they have to be straight. I'm going to place him here like that. So it's different. Can you see that? It gives it, it's flat, but it still gives it some sort of dimension to it, which I love that. And the texture on the tree. Let's ink them down a little bit with, before I glue him down. Let me just go ahead and just a little bit. I want the tree to stand out. So I'm gonna ink as much as I can. It doesn't make a lot of difference, but you'll see it on the, I don't know if you can tell that I'm inking. There you go. Okay. Glue, 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 do, 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 do. Put it right on that corner. There. I already used the Wink of Stella for the wings. I did the sequins. Same color of the heart. Bigger than the previous one. I had picked smaller ones there. And I'm using a little bit bigger ones. So. You don't have to use a lot of glue because a little bit goes a long way. Make sure that he is standing on that tree. Put my sentiment down. Now, I take my micron pen and I put little dots. I don't know if you can see it. And this one is also done. But I don't know if you can tell the texture. Then the next one, that piece that I used for the die positive, this is the negative. I used the negative and I glued it in one of my clouds that I had done. Now remember, if you're gonna do watercolor and you're gonna do this design, just make sure you do it on watercolor paper, because watercolor paper can hold the word water, like a lot of water, and then, like I said, it's gonna work, but then when it dries, it's gonna go flat down again. This one I picked the colors based on the bird. My owl has the blues and the greens, so I went with the Greek base card and then the blue for this one. I already had done my little designs on it. This one is going to be very simple. Okay. I already did Wink of Stella. Ink my heart so it can stand out. Put the sequins on his eyeballs. And I'm going to show you. This is how my branch is going to look like once you cut it out from here. Like that. And what I did was, I kind of give it a little bit of measurement. Cut it off. And I just went and just give it any design. Just imagine of a branch, and branches are unique. They're unique. Not all branches are the same. Then I took my Distress Ink Vintage Photo. I'm inking the tree. I want my tree edges to be covered in the ink, and I want the tree to stand out. Glue. Foam in the back of my owl. This one was done with alcohol markers. My sentiment, I always said if you have that tool to distress the edges, you can use it. There's another one by Tim Holtz. But if you don't have it, This is how I distress it with the scissors. See that? Same thing. I did it here with the tool. But look, it's the same thing. It's a semi effect, but with scissors. I want the title to stand out, so I'm just going to ink it. And glue it down. The only problem, every time you put that glue down, and I don't have a lot, there you go. And just like that, my friends, you have different cards with the blue sky background. So a lot of people would have thrown this away because it's a negative, you know. It's a piece that a lot of people, oh no, well guess what? I used it to frame my owl. I hope I was able to inspire you today and to think out of the box as well, because you can create your own branches. I was doodling in one of them. This is just a plain craft card, and I started to doodle. I said, well, let me see if I can recreate this, you know, the design of the tree. And I started just to doodle and to see. This is not, I mean, I would not use this one because I use different colors, as you can tell, because I just wanted to match. But I was saying, you know what? It can work out. If nobody has a die cut machine, if nobody has embossing folders, they can still create their own design. This is not a good example because I was playing with the colors, but this is a plain, it's not embossed, as you can tell. But I was looking for colors, you know, just look for your coloring pencils, look for markers, anything that will blend with the color of the cardstock, but you can still design the trees, you know, unique design that it comes with the bark, you know, and all that stuff on it. There you go, my dear friends. I love you all. I hope you like today's video. I hope you are inspired. And I hope you have a blessed day. So take care. Goodbye.